It's time for another match day for Blues, Tuesday night away at Exeter. I'm not confident about this. I've been confident on the last two. We are in poor form. Look at the table. Down to fourth now, and you can argue, yes, there are games in hand. Level points with Stockport, 3 games in hand. 1 point behind Wrexham, 2 games in hand. But look at Wycombe, with 5 points behind them, with 1 game in hand. So we're now not in control, basically, of this league. Wycombe actually are in control, because if they go and win the rest of their games, they win the league. Obviously, they're not going to win every game, but I can't believe we're fourth. I don't know what's happened the last few weeks. Well, I do kind of know what's happened, and we will get into that. 2 draws and a loss in our last 3. Not good enough, especially considering the opposition we've played. I mean, we had a run where we had... It wasn't necessarily disorder, but we played Wrexham, Huddersfield, Rotherham, Bolton, all in a row. Beat them all. I think Peterborough might have been in there as well, or that may have been a bit earlier. And then our last 3 have been draw with Mansfield, draw with Northampton, and lose to bottom place Shrewsbury. So it's been poor these last few weeks. We're going to address why. So the reasons I think we are struggling is Chris Davies has been quite stubborn recently, picking a lot of the same players in positions that 99% of the fan base can see that they don't fit in those places. Example, we've got Willem Williamson playing on the right. He is best in the number 10 position. When Alfie May has been playing, he obviously didn't play last game, but when he has been playing, he hasn't been up front. He is a number 9. He can't really do much else. Stansfield has been selected as a number 9 pretty much every game. And whilst he's a good striker, I'm pretty sure I remember an interview last year, may have been when Rooney was there, or may have just been towards the end of Eustace's tenure, and he was saying that he doesn't want to be the focal point. He prefers playing off of the striker, but he will play as a striker if there's no one else available. I'm pretty sure I remember that, unless I had a very weird dream about a Jay Stansfield interview. So I just don't see how he's not playing May up front, Williamson behind him, and Stansfield either on the right or the left. We don't have many wingers at the moment. You know, Hansen is injured, Wright is injured supposedly, but I don't know what happened to him. I think it was a knock, but it's been a pretty long knock. So we've got Anderson, we've got Yokoyama, not much else. And Anderson, you could argue, isn't really a winger. Maybe he's more of an attacking midfielder anyway. So yeah, we're just not playing to our strengths at all. Laird's been in, hasn't been great. Gardner Hickman was in before him and was better. You could argue that Ben Davies probably shouldn't have been dropped for Bielik, but Bielik is a very good player. Not much has been his fault. He wasn't great against Shrewsbury, but that's about it. It was his first kind of poor game of the season. Then in the middle, Paik and Iwata, whilst they are brilliant, they have literally played every minute possible, even in the cup fixtures, I'm pretty sure. And I mean, Paik's even been on international duty with South Korea, so it's just too many minutes. You've got Mark Leonard sitting on the bench, use him. You've got Gardner Hickman sitting on the bench, and I know he can play right back, but he is a centre mid by trade, so use him, use Leonard, use someone else to give these players a rest. I really hope for this game he mixes it up. That's it for speaking about the Blues' problems. Exeter. So let's have a bit of a dive into how they're getting on. 11th in the table, as you can see, and it hasn't been a great start. 15 played, 14 goals, 13 conceded, 3 losses in their last 5. Yeah, they started okay, but they've started losing games now. Mid-table, 23 points from 15 isn't bad. They can easily recover. I mean, they're only 3 points off the playoffs, but they're going to need to do something pretty quickly. The bookmakers have us pretty clear favourites. I mean, Exeter are down at 15-4 to win, so they did lose 3-0 to Wrexham last time out as well. Exeter's away form, I mean, goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, defender as their best performing players so far this season. So, yeah, definitely not great going forward, but haven't conceded loads of goals. So, maybe a difficult one to break down, which seems to be our problem at the moment. So, I mean, looking at this, you'd say we should win, but we're not in form. It depends if he addresses the problems that are clearly there. Do I have confidence that he will? I don't know. I hope he does. Exeter at home, again, 11th in the table, so yeah, not much happening with them. Blues away from home. I mean, we've only lost 2 this season, and they've both been away from home, but yeah, tough one to call. What do you guys think for this game? I still can't get my head around losing the last away game to Shrewsbury 3-2. That was just awful. And, I mean, 2 of their goals were comical. It was just weird bounces that managed to make their way past the keeper or set up an open goal, you know. So, yeah, hopefully no more of that. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw and hope that maybe me not going for a win and being a bit more negative might have some sort of effect. I don't know why it would, but I've gone for big wins last 2 times out and it's been a draw and a loss. So we'll go for a 1-1. Get your predictions down below. Make sure to like and subscribe. I have got this Blues top. I don't know if you've seen it before, but pretty cool goalkeeper top. Don't know when it's from, but I quite like it, and it's something that's been passed down the family. So, yeah. Let me know what you think down below. Like and subscribe. And hopefully we get that win that has been evading us so far. Catch you next time.